Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and do a few reality shows on the side. And one of those shows that we're doing on daytime television is General Hospital. But before we get into General Hospital, I want to tell you that tonight I went to an ABBA cover band tribute show. And here's the thing. It was good, don't get me wrong. I was very much excited to be listening to the music of ABBA live. I love it. It's great. It didn't make me cry. And normally when I hear ABBA's music live, if it's a really good cover band, like even if it's Mamma Mia, you know, when you hear the exact arrangements that those ABBA people created, I mean, like, it's touching. Like, it gets you right here, right? I didn't feel that way this time. This wasn't the best, they're not the best ABBA tribute band. And not that they're not good, but others are definitely better. Here's the thing. If you're going to be impersonating people that are in their 20s or 30s, you need to be in your 20s or 30s, or at least look like you're in your 20s or 30s, right? Because, like, for example, well, the men were the worst. I'm sorry. Bjorn looks like Bjorn will look in 20 years. Like, not even Bjorn now. Like, Bjorn in 20 years from now. That's how he looked. He was a little bit long in the tooth. Benny looked nothing like Benny. In fact, tomorrow, I'm going to make Benny my Man Crush Monday because Benny is a fucking adorable. He is so damn cute. I love me some Benny. So I'm going to make Benny my Man Crush Monday tomorrow. I'll pick a nice picture. It'll be great. So this Benny looked nothing like Benny. And Frida was a little bit huskier than Frida in real life. And she's had some work done, like a lot of work done on her face. So her hair was on point, but everything else was not that good. And Agneta, that was Frida. Yeah, Agneta, she looked like Agneta, with the exception of her butt. Because Agneta they said that Agneta had the best butt in Sweden. She's got a really nice butt, onion butt, really firm bubble butt, right? But no, this girl had a very flat booty. But it was okay, except she wasn't as good of a singer as Agneta. And it was really, or maybe their backup singers were not that great, but there were certain moments when they were all doing harmony that it was like, right? And I'm thinking, oh my God, people paid money to see this, really? And it was a very short show. It was only an hour and a half. And they only did, I mean, like, at least do a 2-hour show. At least, right? ABBA has so many hits. There were so many that they didn't sing. Under Attack, Summer Night City. So many. I Have a Dream. But, you know, it is what it is. But it still was great, and I had a good time. They did do Dancing Queen, Mamma Mia, Take a Chance on Me, Chiquitita, Fernando, you know, all those great songs. Angel Eyes. Now, that was, they did get points because they did one of my favorite ABBA songs. It's called Angel Eyes. I wonder why. And I love that. They did that song. That was great. So I enjoyed that a lot. Okay, anyways, let's move on to General Hospital. I'm sorry, I just felt like talking about it because they did so good. And if you're going to see an ABBA cover band, I recommend the following two. Either Waterloo, and they're from Sweden too, just like Arrival, the one I saw tonight was. And Waterloo looks a lot more like ABBA. And the best one, I think, is Bjorn Again, and they're from Australia. And they don't tour the U.S. that often, but they are from Australia, and they are hilarious because they're Australian, right? But they put on the hokiest Swedish accents that it's fabulous. I love it. I love it. And I found out that ABBA has a museum in Stockholm. So now, of course, I've got to go to Sweden. Now I need to research on whether or not I need a visa to go to Sweden, and I will, though, because I'm going to go see the ABBA museum before I die. Shane, if you're out there, we're going. Okay. All right. So now, and before the show, we went and had dinner at the Cheesecake Factory. And I've got bad heartburn. Oh my God, it's really bad. Because I'm not taking any medication for the heartburn because I'm slowly edging off of my medication for my kidneys. And it's going to be rough tonight, I'm telling you. Whew. Okay, anyways. General Hospital. Okay, so I know that Carolyn Hinsey this week was really upset because ABC did not care too much about General Hospital on Tuesday. And it's actually obvious because, and this is one time I'm going to compliment all of the other shows, both Days of Our Lives and Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful, they all had shows all 5 days last week, but General Hospital did not. And I know this because I checked on their app and they only had 4 episodes. So they just had Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So something happened last Tuesday. So that's kind of a little bit frustrating for soap fans. It really is frustrating that no matter what network you're on, you're just considered the bottom of the barrel, right? It's fucking annoying. I hate that shit. Anyways, so this week on General Hospital, there was it wasn't like a bomb scare, but there was like a little bit of a scare at the hospital where Costas Philippos, who is the guy that delivered Jake his package that he said was from Spencer, and he said, "Enjoy it, little man," and it kind of freaked him out because that's what Helena used to call him, little man. And so Elizabeth locked Jake into a room with Griffin, and then Hayden ended up coming through as well. So, and then Jake ended up spending some time with Hayden, and he was like, "You know what, you're really cool," and then gave her a big hug. That was actually really sweet. I love the actor that plays Jake. He's so good, and he's done so good. Now, on the flip side of that same coin, let's talk about Spencer, because Spencer came back to town, and he's kind of pissed off because he can't go back and live at his home, which is Windermere, because Valentine is living there with Charlotte. So he doesn't like Charlotte that much. So he was like, I don't care for her. I don't care that I'm related to her. I don't care. She's living in my home. You know, he's pissed off. Have you not forgotten that my father was just recently killed? Like, it wasn't that long ago. So in that regard, I totally agree with Spencer. I thought he was kind of given a raw deal. But he's very over the top and very melodramatic about it. And it's a little too much. The performance is a little too much, I think. I think it's a little over the top, right? So that's why I like Jake's performance better, just because it's a little more understated, but it's still got a lot going on behind the veneer, right? I think it's great. But Spencer is great too. He's a great kid. I hope when he comes back, we get to see him fleshed out more. I mean, like, he's been fleshed out, you know, lots of times, but I hope that we see him grow as a person more. But he's definitely going to be a challenge for Laura, because if Laura's got to be his only guardian now, because one thing that I did like about this week is they brought Spencer over to Sonny's. And I had forgotten that Sonny is his uncle, because I know that Courtney is his mother, and Courtney passed away right after he was born. And Sonny is Courtney's brother. So Uncle Sonny, of course he's Uncle Sonny, because his sister is your mom. So that makes sense. I get it. And that was actually really good for me, because I had forgotten that. So that was really important. I'm glad that they had that scene, you know. And he said, "I would love to, I'll take Spencer off your hands anytime." And you know what? Good for him. Good for you, Sonny. Good for you for stepping up to the plate. That's great. I think that's wonderful. All right. Although, well, you know what else is interesting? He also has an uncle, Rick, played by Rick Hurst, and he hasn't mentioned really him. Now, maybe because he's not on the canvas at the moment, but I mean, I would hope that he would at least mention him or something, but you know, whatever. Anyways, so that was pretty much all that happened with Valentine and Charlotte and Spencer and Jake and all of that stuff. The only other storyline that really was kind of front and center was Amy. We found out she's got brothers. Here's the good thing. We found out she's got brothers, but we only know the name of one of them. We don't know how many brothers. We just know one. His name is Chet Driscoll. And Chet had some sort of accident when he went to Wisconsin, and his mom was paying his medical bills, but then his mom died, and now Amy feels like she has to do it. So she's and Nathan was like, yeah, I'm not going to help you with your Manlanders column. I'm just not going to do it. So of course now she's like all upset or whatever. So we'll see what happens. I have a feeling Nathan will come around and he'll end up at least going with her to the publishers meeting. But anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Angel Benton. You can hashtag GH to talk. Excuse me, I had a belch there. I tried to keep it in. You can feel free to hashtag GH to talk General Hospital with me. And I've only got 4 more pictures left of the convention. I know some people are like, oh my God, how long was that convention? But I'm just uploading it on my breaks. That's why. And I've got 4 more to go. And that's it. Oh, and you can hit that little subscribe button on my YouTube channel. I do appreciate it, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great night and have a great week tomorrow. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.